Hello everyone and welcome to First20 here on Stephen Plays. My name is Stephen George, I play video games, and every Friday it's the first 20 minutes or so of a game. Today we are taking a look at West of Loathing, courtesy of Jam Meepler, one of our patrons who sent this game to me just a few weeks ago, which is also when the game came out. This game is still fairly new, less than 2 months old, and if the game sounds familiar, it's because it's made by the same group of people that created Kingdom of Loathing, which was a browser-based game that was very popular 10 odd or so years ago. To be honest, I'd never played Kingdom of Loathing. The only thing I really know about it is that it had a very unique minimalistic art style, and West of Loathing apparently follows in its footsteps. The only thing I know about West of Loathing is that apparently it's hilarious, and I love comedy. So let's jump in and laugh our butts off. Wanted for protagonizing, Cora Cogburn. Reward, 649 meat. Wait. Woody Barth, Rose Carson, Ben Watson, Grizzly Holiday, Hawk Jones. This is how you change characters. And shooting these increases your meat. I don't know what that means, but I've destroyed all of these targets. You can even shoot the signs. Edit your name. Okay, now I've destroyed all these things. Tom McCree, Charlie Earp, Fozzie Cassidy. So every time you click, you get a different name. Tony Roosevelt. Alright, let's go with Tony Roosevelt. I'm not sure what meat is. Also, out of context, it sounds just ridiculous. But I'm going to play as Tony Roosevelt. I had the strangest dream. I was choosing a character class. A cowpuncher, a bean slinger, a snake oiler. Okay, let's go with snake oiler. Snake oilers rely on their moxie and chutzpah to tame snakes, their fearlessness to extract potent oils from those snakes, and their cleverness to manufacture and sell potions made from those oils. You've heard snake oilers are doing really well out west since the cows came home. Everybody needs potions and hope in these dark days, and also out west is where all the best snakes live. Let's do it. Your room. Okay, Wast moves around. This weird poster appeared here one night. You read the spine of one of your books, The Journey to Rattlesnake Outhouse. Mom gave me this one a few years ago. Read another title. The Secret of the Forgotten Warehouse. Clay Swift and the Incident at Eagle House. Mary Drew and the Trouble at the Eerie Forest. Eerie Forest. What did I say? Eerie Forest? Goodbye, phonograph. No, I'm gonna keep that on. I love the Old West feel and the Old West music. So much so, I'm not going to spoil too much, but so much so that there could very well be a full LP of a Wild West game coming at some point in the future to the channel. Goodbye, desk. You combed your hair one last time. You gained 1 experience. So I gained some experience. So it's a role-playing game. Goodbye, bed. Time to head west to chase my real dreams. Hey, Russell, how you doing? Caw! I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Caw, caw, caw! Feed Russell a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Goodbye, Russell. Be good. Alright. Your living room. So, we've got character, muscle 1, mysticality, moxie, grit, gumption, glamour. So we've got all sorts of stuff going on. We've got an inventory. Your gear. They're really... they're going full blast on this. I love it. Alright. What a mess. Stack the firewood. You gained an experience. I'm gonna have leveled up by the time I get out of my house. That doesn't do anything. You're gonna miss Mom's cooking. Oh, I walked outside. I'm going back in. I'm not done looking in here. It's Mom's pie safe. It keeps all her pies safe. Your little brother's room. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Vorlesungen über Zahlentheorie. No wonder I never know what he's talking about. With a weird kid. None of it makes a lick of sense to me. Let's look in the toys. Ooh, you got a puzzle cube. This is one of your Kid brother's weird puzzles. Fiddle with it. Oh, your brother already had it most of the way solved, but you figured out the last couple moves. You gained an experience. Hooray! Wow, we really are gaining a lot of experience without having left the house. You'll miss meals with the family, but we have to go out west, you guys. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's that book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but the one about picking locks? Oh boy. The one about desert survival? Oh boy. The one about bartering? Oh boy. Picking locks. Please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. She hugs you. Locks and how to pick them. Alright, gives you the lock-picking expertise skill. I love the little fanfare that plays. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go! Oh my god. Okay, so now I have 1 out of 3 lockpicking expertise. Fantastic. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. The hat doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. His lip quivers a little. Listen, I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's briefcase full of snakes. Thank him. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. A briefcase full of snakes. This is the briefcase you keep your favorite snakes in. Look inside. There are a lot of snakes in this briefcase. Extract some venom, extract some medicine, close the briefcase. Alright, so I'm assuming we don't need to do either of those for right now. Your brother Rufus is standing here looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him the puzzle when he starts fidgeting with it. Say goodbye. Hey Rufus, time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going west anyway? To help people. You've read the papers, Rufus. The people out west are in trouble. They need all the help they can get. But it's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year, and that statistic is from before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. You give him a playful punch on the arm. This game has got such a wonderful sense of humor that jives really, really well with me. Go west, young man? Yes. Hitching a ride across the Great Plains. West of Loathing. So these are the opening credits, but I think that I think we'll give them a watch. I've loved this already. I never played Kingdom of Loathing, but if the style of humor is similar, I would probably very much enjoy it, or would have very much enjoyed it. I think it's still around. Like if you want to play Kingdom of Loathing, you can. It's a free-to-play game. West of Loathing is available on Steam. And I believe they may have plans to bring it to consoles as well, but I don't think it's currently on consoles, just on Steam at the moment. But yeah, this is pretty great. It also seems to be pretty thoughtful as a game in terms of like skills and stuff. Like it's witty and it's funny, but it's also a pretty well-rounded. Oh, I fell off the wagon. And I'm dead. Well, the bad news is that you fell off that cart and got knocked out for a couple hours, and now you've got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. The good news is that you're in a town rather than in a gulch somewhere. Not much of a town, though. Get up and dust yourself off. The town of Boring Springs. A turnip. You got a dusty turnip. Hey, buddy, where's the bar? BS Horsery. A sign on the door reads, Gone Drinking. Yuck. Oh, I stepped in poop. Let me check my inventory. Dusty turnip. A turnip covered in grit. Increases your muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 1 for the rest of the day. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm gonna need that yet. I keep stepping in poop. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, where's your hat, dagnabbit? Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to the Take a Hat, Leave a Hat box next to the door. Check out the box. You look through the hat box and find a battered derby. That looks like something you'd wear. Grab it. You got an item. Floppy derby. You grab the hat and put it on. Thanks, sir. Pete! Thanks, Pete. He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy nod. Say, feller. Yeah? You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. Alright. Pete, are you okay? Pete, you're really flopping around there, buddy. A little concerned. Spit. It's a spittoon. People spit into it. You know without even looking in it that it's absolutely disgusting. Let's look into it. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and it looks like fresh teeth as well. It's disgusting. And the smell! God, even from a distance it smells horrible. Look closer. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? Get it. You reach your hand toward the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit trough at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like bloop. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Search. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations! You got an item, nasty ring. Hooray! Everything is just so well written and so hilarious. Now I have a nasty ring. Though getting this ring was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. Wow. Plus muscle, mysticality, and moxie. Muscle determines how much damage your melee attacks do, and how much damage you take when you get hit by melee attacks. So if an attack against a bandit would normally do 3 damage, but your muscle is 1 lower than the bandit's, the attack will do 2 damage instead. Mysticality determines how much damage your magic attacks do, and how much damage you take when enemies use magic attacks against you. And Moxie determines how much damage your pistol attacks do, and how much damage you take when you get shot by enemies. Alright. That guy's sleeping. These guys are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the How to Play Poker card that came with the deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. You can only play if you have 20 meat. Good luck, guys. So meat is the currency? Which is odd. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back wall reading, Reward for lost mugs, 25 meat each. The bartender finally notices you. Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Tony. What brings you to our little backwater? Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. The railroad? Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. Dirtwater? Dirtwater is, interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damn cows. Lots of opportunity there. He pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep. If I were a younger man, I'd probably head that way myself. You mentioned errands? Yes, Forsaken Burg is always falling apart in one way or another. Hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no-count sheriff could certainly use his hands up. I turned Boomhauer on too far. I turned it to 11. That no-count sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke in from Goldston wipes boots off and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock a basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. A weak fungicide. Okay, so now I have to kill a goblin. Howdy, I'm Tony. Howdy, Tony, I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Oh, those horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming? Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh. Is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. Me and being here drinking instead of watching the horses probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. You have any left? One. Kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. My God. The woman glares at you. You should probably just let her drink. You already have a hat. What would you do with 2? What would I do with 2? I should probably leave him alone. Alright, Boring Springs Saloon basement. Pile of old newspapers. You got a item, Boring Springs Gazette, April 20th, 1895. This is a copy of the Boring Springs newspaper from about 6 weeks ago. Okay, so that dates us where we're at currently. This was 6 weeks ago, so we're in May, the end of May, maybe the beginning of June, 1895. The weak fungicide. Liquid in this can is actually very powerful. It's just that it's tailored to kill weak fungi. This item is used in combat, effective against goblins. So you should probably use it against the goblin if and when we fight it. A crate of Nurse brand whiskey. Good for what ails you. Grab a bottle. I guess we never established your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here is can reach the top of the bar. You got an item, Nurse brand whiskey. The whiskey is too cheap for you to even consider drinking it, and given your legendarily low standards, that's really saying something. This goblin shouts, "Briark!" Attack the goblin. Alright, now we get to do combat. We got to jump on him this time! Okay, so target a goblin, HP 25 of 25, Muscle 1, Mysticality 1, Moxie 1. Action, pistol attack. You will deal 4 damage to this target. Shoot with spacebar, you have 1 action point. So we can choose what we want to use. There's a melee attack, you will deal 2 damage to this target. Action Snake Whip costs 1 action point. You will deal 5 damage and apply 1 poison. Deploy Snake. Pull a snake out of your briefcase and deploy it on your side of the battlefield. And then there's also Surrender. Giving up is the same as losing. Okay. We also have this. This will deal 25 damage to the target, assuming the target is a goblin, and it won't end your turn. I don't really know how much damage this guy can do, but I'm curious. I know they gave us this fungicide, but maybe we'll start by shooting it. So, shoot! So, like, I don't know how your guys' brains work, but the first thought I have is, if I kill him this way, I won't have to use my fungicide and I'll have it for later. That's just how I think. Now this will probably... Will this use up a snake? I think so. Pull snake out of your briefcase and deploy it on your side of the battlefield. What does that even mean? Let's find out. Now I have a snake! Okay, cool. And I'll keep shooting. Jesus! Having a snake is the best! Holy crap. I didn't need that fungicide at all. Like, you could deploy a snake at the beginning of the battle and you're set, man. Being a snake oiler was the correct decision. Having dispatched the goblin, you pat yourself on the back for a job well done. 3 experience points, which puts us up to level 2. Skill up Glamour. He left spores everywhere, though. You hose them down with that can of fungicide. So do I still have the can of fungicide? No. Okay. So... they find one way or another to get rid of that can of fungicide, which means that I could have taken no damage if I would have just used the can of fungicide. But at least I got to see the snakes. Do I still have the same amount of snakes? Yeah. Okay. Weird, man. I just get snakes. Alright, let's go talk to you. Howdy. Howdy. Good to see you again, Tony. You tip your hat to the bartender. Took care of that goblin. Thank you kindly, Tony. I knew you was a stand-up fella the moment you walked in here. He reaches under the bar and grabs a bag of meat. Here you go. It's the least I could do by way of thanks. 200 meat. Let's also ask, who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? Well, that's Susie. She's a ranchie from nearby, real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pest her. Why is that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. The woman glares at you. Howdy, Susie. Howdy, cowboy who's going to be searching the spittoon for his teeth if he don't leave me in peace. Alright, bye. Well, now that I have money, I can actually, play with these people. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat. You put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s, plus a 2, a 3, and a king. Bet aggressively. Moxie 2. Yeehaw! I'll bet 15 meat. They look at each other nervously, but they both Call your bet. Okay, read them and weep. You show your pair of 10s plus 2, 3 king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces. And the guy on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 in hearts. I win, hornswoggle them. Hornswoggling 1. Can I hornswoggle? You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points to the guy on the right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king, and the king represents, oh hey, look over there. They look, and when they look back, they don't notice the 10 meat missing from each of their piles. You collect your winnings and stand up. The guy thanks you for helping them learn the game. You gain 50 meat. Oh god. Should I... Let me talk to Pete again. What do you say, Pete? Oh, mate? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, ding, dang, dum, dang, on some punch in the other. Okay. See you later, Pete. So, the bar alone was a fantastic place. Oh, I'm just stepping in lots of poop. Let's go see the sheriff. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Barn Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. The what? The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Say, you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? As a matter of fact, I am. Great, because I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. I ain't, well, it ain't much good without the door. And? I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. You got an item deputy pistol. Deputy? You deputized a gun? You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you. He makes a little note on your map. Okay, so I have to go recover the door to the jail cell. Because of course I do. So let's look at the inventory. Deputy pistol. This pistol was deputized during one of the sheriff's most recent benders. Map. Make your own damn guide to Boring Springs and its environs. Wow. That's fantastic. Oh, it's also how you fast travel. Okay. So you just click on it and then you're there as I step through more poop. Let me see if there's anything else in here. Trade. Step right up, step right up. Brad's his name, trades the game. Braid's the game, trades the game. You seriously doubt his name is Braid. Howdy. Braid, what are you trading? Well, sir, today I'm trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous, so I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. I'm good. Thanks. Get lost. The doctor ain't in. You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, Cactus Man.
Howdy yourself. And the name's Bill. Cactus Bill.
What happened to you, Bill?
Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen.
And that's why they call you Cactus Bill?
No, that's just a coincidence.
Oh. Does it hurt?
Does what hurt?
You know, being a cactus?
Oh, haha, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation processes inside the cactus part of me keep me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring.
Yeah, I bet.
Wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you?
Give him the newspaper, which is where we found that in the basement of the saloon.
Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know, my shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at Ore Hill Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
3 XP. Behind the outhouse at Ore Hole Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill.
Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave.
Some loose dirt. Okay, I don't have the shovel, but the shovel I'm sure would be useful here. Nope, you're not allowed in Topeka anymore, remember? Oh, I almost plumb forgot. So if I want to get to that place, I have to use the map, apparently. 300 miles is too far to go on foot, you need a horse. So I'm basically stuck here anyway. So let's go to the Fricker Gang's hideout. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. Wake him up, just shoot him, ignore him. Well, just shooting him would be rude. You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here.
Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar, if we assume that it's 7 years from now and that idiom makes sense. You feel kind of bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this fight. Take a hike. Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. You got a perk, Honorable. Aw, we're honorable. Character. Honorable. Perks, Honorable. You've got a strong moral compass and an accurate ethical protractor. Honorable options will be available in some situations. Oh, okay. That's interesting. It's a pile of random stuff. Finders keepers. Recovered mug, and pair of silver cufflinks. A beer barrel cactus. We don't have foraging, so we can't get into it. Let's go into the Fricker Gang hideout here. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. He actually gave me a bar of soap. Cool. Alright, you cautiously approach the Fricker Gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe and that the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Approach them and talk. Howdy boys, deal me in? The one without the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? You're under arrest. I'm here for the sheriff's door. Hard play. You're under arrest. I'm taking you in the name of justice. Oh yeah? By you and what army? Oh, I don't have Hornswoggle. Actually, I'll get back to you on that. A heretofore unseen other member of the Fricker Gang sneaks up behind you and knocks you unconscious. Ow! At least they were kind enough to drag you outside after they beat you unconscious. So... apparently I should have played that out different. Alright, I'm still going to do this, except I'm going to try Sheriff's Door. I'll show you the door. The door to hell! He draws his gun. Okay, then a fight it is. Alright, well, I could probably fight them. Because I have frickin' snakes! I have frickin' snakes, man! They have guns. But they are bad. They're bad shots or something, I don't know. Alright, pistol attack. 7 to 8 damage, which is fantastic. And I can choose who I want to shoot. Snipe Fricker. Wimpy Fricker. Alright, let's go for the sniper. He's down. Also, did I mention I have a friggin' snake? Because I have a friggin' snake. You're dead. You're so dead. I have a snake, man. And you're also a really bad shot. Boom! Victory. The leaders of the Fricker Gang are dead by your hand. The sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. 10 experience points. Alright. Let's see, there's a mug on the table. I want it. Take all the things. I don't know if I have a inventory like I can become over encumbered or not. A pile of the Fricker's ill-gotten gains. 50 meat. The sheriff's door. Is there anything back here? Nope. Am I just gonna let you sleep? Time up. Okay. Well, guess we'll get him later. I wonder if the Thud guy came back. No, I guess not. Alright, Town of Boring Springs. Let's go give the sheriff back his door. I see the Fricker Gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly then. Looks like I owe you a reward. Here's a bag of meat. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I'll keep an eye out. Alright. I've got all sorts of incredibly amazing things. And I've only explored this first town. I don't know how long the game is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's not terribly long because the map looks small. But I mean, that's not to say that, you know, the areas could take a long time. I mean, we've been going for about half an hour and I've covered this section, but I don't actually know how long the game is. But it's dang funny. Holy crap. This game is hilarious, and it's just has such a wonderful sense of humor. Also, what is it you did again? You just wanted... Oh, I have soap. I'll trade the soap for a lock. Braid, though you really don't think his name is actually Braid, takes your soap and hands you a lock. Okay, so that's actually how you get... that's how you get the lock you need for the Sheriff. You managed to scare up a lock for my cell? Got one right here. That'll do nicely. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger. You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do, because I know lockpicking. Requires a needle. Son of a gun. Crap. I have to find a needle. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. This game is... Oh, I walked into a cactus. Don't do that. It hurts your body. This game is fascinating. It really is. And actually, it's... I know that it's minimalistic, but I really love the art style, and it actually... it goes really well with the, you know, the humor. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As I said before, West of Loathing is available currently on Steam, and I'll put a link to that in the description box below. Also, another shout-out and a special thank you to Jam Meepler for sending this game my way. I had never played Kingdom of Loathing, but I'm really glad I got a chance to play West of Loathing, because this game is absolutely hilarious. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see all of you next week for another Stephen Plays First 20.